She has been a Chicago media mainstay for more than 3 decades, hosting her own TV talk show, morning radio shows, and more.
And Jean Sparrow currently hosts her own show on V103 Radio, and she just released a new book about mastering the art of communication. It's called Fearless Authenticity, Lead Better, Sell More, and Speak Sensationally. Jean, you used to be here at WGN. We worked together at the Loop years ago. How are you?
Girl, and we survived.
We survived.
That's the part.
All these iterations.
Still here, ma'am.
Still here.
I love it.
This is fascinating to me. You got a big presence on social media in addition to being on radio, but you say you go and do corporate training, and people don't know how to talk to
you know what? I think they do, and they do to a certain degree, but I think the art of communication, especially when you look at younger folks who have had some stunts in their growth during the pandemic, and in the way that they depend on digital media. And don't get me wrong, I am not anti-social media, but I do think that our dependence on digital media has taken away our ability to connect with each other, because most of the problems that people call me in to solve are about how they connect to their audiences, their customers. And I almost always find that when I get inside the company, somebody's not talking to each other.
Right. And so in that world, it's important to be able to tell a story. And it's mind-boggling that people can't even tell their own story.
My next training is about that exact thing.
What is getting in their way? What do they not see that we all clearly can see?
2 things. People don't realize that everybody has an audience, that we've always had an audience, whether it's just 2 people or the millions of people who are watching, whether it's the 100 people that follow you or your friends on Facebook, or just the person who's sitting across from you. And that audience is to be served. We know these things because we do this for a living every day. We know that we need to sell people on things. Most people forget that point, and they think about what they want to say and not about why the other person might care about it or what's in it for them. That's how we make connections, because we serve each other.
So people just aren't used to listening to the other person. That's half of it. So there's
2
talking
ears,
at them.
1 mouth.
Right. So what is the first tip you sell someone? If you have someone that's not making eye contact, not listening, it's easy to say, make eye contact, start listening.
Body language.
Really?
Because most of the time when we decide to tune out, and sometimes it's not even a decision, unconsciously we do it, it's when our body language doesn't match our words. Like, if you guys were turned away from me, I would know you weren't interested in what I was saying. If I was like this and kind of sitting back, you would know that something was up with me. Most people don't even realize that their body language is telling a different story than the words that are coming out of their mouth.
So Larry should be that should bother him when I do it.
I've done this in a few interviews, to be honest.
It's troublesome when I do that to
So
Larry.
this is unnatural of a situation, right? Like, you got to have your back to him a little bit, and y'all are connected in a different way. But I think that most people, once they realize, when they see themselves, like, this is the hardest thing for my clients to ever do, is watch themselves on camera. And you know that that's not the easiest thing to do, but we have to do it to know what it is we're doing on air. And once they look at themselves, they go, that's what I did. That's the face I was making. Well, why do you think, if you got the stank face on, why do you think somebody doesn't want to talk to you?
Stank face.
In summary, no stank face.
The book is Fearless Authenticity, Lead Better, Sell More, Speak Sensationally. You can get more on Jean's website and follow her on her socials. Thanks so much, Jean. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks, guys.